Have you ever felt lost in a new place, with everything feeling strange and a little bit scary? That's exactly how 10-year-old Marley felt. He had just moved into a big, old house, leaving his friends and everything familiar behind. And he wasn't alone in his anxiety. His new best friend, a scruffy rescue dog named Chewie, was scared of practically everything: loud noises, trash bags, even his own shadow. One night, as Marley lay awake in his half-unpacked room, he noticed Chewie whimpering in the corner. To cheer him up, Marley started making shadow puppets on the wall. A rabbit, a bird, and something amazing happened. Instead of being scared, Chewie seemed curious. He even gave a tiny wag of his tail. Encouraged, Marley stood up, making his own shadow huge. Chewie stepped forward, and his paw landed right inside the shadow on the floor. Suddenly, the shadow deepened, swirling into a pool of liquid starlight. Hesitantly, Marley stepped in till the room dissolved around them, and they found themselves standing on a pathway of shimmering nebula dust. They were in a place called the Starry Weave, a breathtaking realm where constellations were giant, glowing drawings in the endless dark. Chewie wasn't scared anymore. He was confident, his tail wagging as he explored this magical new world. But they soon discovered they weren't just visitors. A great celestial dog, the constellation Sirius, was fading. A playful, musical voice belonging to the constellation Lyra explained that Sirius S-Light was tied to the bond between humans and dogs on Earth. When that bond is filled with fear, the star grows dim. Marley realized their mission. To mend the star, he had to help Chewie find his courage back in the real world. And so their journey began. Each day, Marley would gently help Chewie face his fears. That terrifying, billowing trash bag, Marley showed him it was just an empty bag, even turning it into a game. The scary bicycle on the street, Marley patiently showed him it was just metal and rubber, letting Chewie sniff it until his fears subsided. During a loud thunderstorm, Marley didn't just comfort Chewie. He built a pillow fort and stayed with him, reading comics until the storm passed. They weren't just boy and dog anymore. They were a team. With every small victory, they would return to the Starry Weave at night, stepping through their secret shadow portal. And each time, Sirius's star shone a little brighter. But their biggest test was yet to come. The constellations told them that the final thread needed to mend the star was trust. The kind that conquers the deepest fear of all, being lost. One sunny afternoon, a truck backfired loudly on the street. The sudden bang sent Chewie into a panic. He bolted, disappearing through a gap in the fence. Marley and his mom searched everywhere, but Chewie was gone. Marley's heart sank. He felt like he had failed his friend and failed the stars. That night, his room felt painfully empty. But then he remembered Lyra's words about having an anchor. Filled with a desperate hope, Marley grabbed a can of glow-in-the-dark paint. He didn't turn on the lights. He went outside and began to paint a trail: glowing arrows on the fence, glowing bones on rocks, and a simple drawing of a boy and his dog. He created a luminous path leading all the way back to his bedroom, where he painted a giant, glowing star on the wall. He sat in the center of it and whispered, "I'm your anchor, Chewie. Come home." Marley found himself back in the Starry Weave, alone. Sirius's star was flickering weakly again. "He's not lost," Marley shouted into the void. "I showed him the way." And then, from the darkness, a scruffy figure emerged. It was Chewie. He had followed the trail of trust, the feeling of home that Marley had built for him. He walked straight to Marley and pressed his head against his chest. At that moment, Sirius's star exploded with brilliant, joyful light, brighter than ever before. The bond was forged, stronger for having been tested. The next morning, Marley woke up to bright sunlight streaming into his room. Curled up beside him, safe and sound, was Chewie. On the wall, the painted star was a permanent reminder of their adventure. As Marley snuggled closer to his best friend, he knew that even in the biggest, scariest new places, you're never truly lost when you have an anchor. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is help someone else find their courage. Thanks for watching.